If you were to ask me a couple years ago if I supported the idea of console exclusive games, and consoles having their own exclusive franchises to call their own, I'd be like, yeah, it boosts competition in the market and it's fun for consoles to have their own mascots and their own iconic system sellers. But as I get older and as I see more of the other side's arguments for why console exclusivity is worse than cross-platform games, it's become obvious to me that most gamers are simply fed up with console exclusivity and just want to play good games on whatever they own. And one of the best arguments against console exclusivity is that a certain group of console fanboys throw temper tantrums online when Sony ports their games to the PC. Now we begin with a tweet by a user called Pirate Nation, and he says, Bloodborne on PC now even has mods that restore cut content. PC chads are winning so bigly. So I saw this tweet because a content creator I watch, Joe from Seattle, quote tweeted and said, Sony's dedication to not making money off of Bloodborne on PC is astounding. Which, yeah, I agree, it's really weird that Bloodborne hasn't been either remastered or officially ported to the PC. It's an extremely beloved game with a big fanbase, yet Sony kinda just lets it collect dust. It would absolutely do numbers if it were released on Steam, but the good thing is, Bloodborne is still playable on PC, thanks to the members of its community. Anyway, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Basically, some account called 4K Graphics Enjoyer replied to Joe and said, I hope Sony makes Bloodborne PS5 version with 120 FPS but no PC port. Laughing emojis. PC fanboys will be crying. So it could just be rage baiting like my comment section always points out. I am aware that being an asshole on the internet tends to give you more engagement, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to give you what you want and make fun of you for it. This is an incredibly embarrassing thing to care about. You want Bloodborne to be played by less people just because they're not playing on the same cardboard box as you. If you support console exclusivity, that's fine, I understand the arguments, but to come on here and hope other people can't play this game, that's just really weird. I'm not even a big fan of Souls games, but I want as many people as possible to be able to play Bloodborne without going out and buying another expensive box. Somebody responds and says it will not be 120 FPS LOL, to which 4K Graphics Enjoyer responds, even Red Dead Redemption 2 could run 120 FPS on PS5. Then he attaches a screenshot of the game hovering near 80 frames per second in the Saint Denis area, which is the big city area of Red Dead 2, and says, not perfect, but definitely close in the wilderness area. So, in other words, that was a lie then. 80 FPS isn't even close to 120. I'm not saying 80 FPS is bad, but that's only 2/3 of the way to 120. That proves you incorrect. Ghost echoes my same sentiment by saying, yeah, so it can't LOL. Better off with 60 and just improving the game, which I'm not sure what he means by improving the game. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece, so I'm not sure what he's trying to say there. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding, but yeah, otherwise agree. Anyway, that's the most of their conversation. Other people responded to 4K Graphics Enjoyer, Bloodborne is already on PC, you dumb f***. Seriously, you ponies are the true definition of stupid. Which, yeah, it's still on PC, even if it's not officially ported. Sony cannot stop PC players from playing Bloodborne if they really wish to. It's just that an official port for Steam would be way more convenient. And correct me if I'm wrong, but From Software themselves are willing to remaster the game if Sony allows them to. The rest of the replies are saying the same thing. The game is already playable at 120 FPS on PC, via emulation and stuff like that. As someone with a PlayStation 5 and a gaming PC, I use them both pretty equally. Usually I use the PS5 for the big AAA games, and the PC for the indie games or the games that don't have physical releases. I just wish PlayStation dudes could understand the PC market better than this. Every time they try to one-up a PC gamer, it's always thrown back in their faces, when it inevitably turns out that the PC can literally do the thing they're saying it cannot. It's funny, sure, but it's also just sad. And to come on here just to wish that other people don't get to experience a great game just because you don't agree with them on which gaming platform is the best, it's so stupid. Now, I'm not saying this is always the case, but most of the time, people hating on the PC market come off as corporate bootlickers for whatever console brand they use. The PC has so much freedom to choose how you spend your money when it comes to games. Maybe they're just jealous of how much the PC can do. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. In conclusion, this guy is cringe and rude. Yeah, that's it. Talk to you again soon.